There's tall, and then there's this. Standing nearly 5 feet tall, over 10,000 pieces, and taking up more table space than I even have. This is the tallest Lego set ever made, the Lego Eiffel Tower. And for months, I wanted to build it. And I needed to build it. And that's exactly where this story begins. Not with the tower, not with the pieces, but with the pause. Because for a long time, I stopped building. I stopped creating. Life got busy, the world got loud, and somewhere along the way, I lost that drive. But deep down, I knew one day I'd make my return. And when I did, it had to be big. It had to be something that would make everyone stop and say, he's back? So I chose this, the tallest Lego set ever made. A ridiculous mountain of pieces, steps, and patience. And I told myself, if I can build this, I can build anything. But as soon as I started, that first brick, that first click, something in me switched on. That spark, that creative rush I haven't felt in months. And it was back. And it wasn't just building a tower. I was building a monument again. At first, it was easy. The base goes down, everything's clean, satisfying, symmetrical. You're thinking, okay, this isn't that bad. Then you realize you're still on bag 8 out of 74, and you laugh. And not because it's funny, but because you're questioning all your life choices. The tower starts to grow, slowly, mathematically. The sections stack like chapters in a compact story. Every few hours, you step back and think, wow, it's actually happening. That's the part people don't talk about. The little victories, the quiet moments where something starts to take shape and you remember why it started. Then comes the middle section, the real grind. This is where Lego tests you. It's repetitive, it's fragile. You make one wrong move and you're suddenly holding 3,000 pieces that used to be a tower. Every connection has to be perfect. Every angle matters. And in those moments, those hours of steady, careful work, you find your rhythm again. The tower gets taller. My workspace gets smaller. The piles of leftover bags start to shrink. And that feeling of progress takes over. I started filming time lapses, getting cinematic shots, and realizing this is turning into more than just a build video. It's a statement. Because every brick that goes onto this tower feels like another reason to keep going. Another reminder that creativity doesn't die. It just gets buried until you decide to dig it back up. I remember late one night, somewhere around hour 12. I was exhausted. My back hurt. My table was covered in gray plates and tan beams. And I thought, no one's making me do this. I could stop right now. But that's what no builders do. We want to finish what we start. That's the unspoken rule. So I kept going. The higher the tower rose, the more I felt like a comeback in real time. I could literally see the progress stacking up in front of me. That's what Lego does. It turns patience into proof. You can't rush it. You can't skip steps. You just keep building, even when you're tired, even when it doesn't look like much yet. Piece by piece, the Eiffel Tower came together. One section locking into the next until suddenly, it wasn't just a pile of parts anymore. It was something monumental. When I connected the final section, the top spire, it just stood there for a second. No words. Just me and this insane tower taking up half the room. It was surreal. 10,000 pieces. A week of building. Hours of filming. And a comeback that finally felt complete. This wasn't just the tallest Lego set ever made. This was a symbol. A reminder that I'm not done building. Not even close. Because this tower didn't just test my patience. It reignited everything I'd forgotten about. Why I love this hobby, the creativity, the challenge, the storytelling, the idea that something as simple as plastic bricks can represent something way bigger. Building this tower reminded me that creativity doesn't need a reason. You don't need an excuse to start again. You just start, one brick at a time. And before you know it, you're looking at something massive. something that feels impossible until it's done. I started this project thinking I was just going to be a Lego set, but what I actually built was a comeback, a statement that said, I'm back and I'm building again, and I'm not slowing down. The Eiffel Tower may be the tallest Lego set ever made, but to me, it's more than that. It's proof that I can still do this, that Brickmaster Nicholas isn't just returning, he's leveling up. And honestly, that's the best feeling in the world. Now, every time I walk into the room and see it standing there, towering over everything else I've made, I don't just see Lego, I see motivation. I see progress. I see the spark that's finally back where it belongs. This build changed everything, not because it's tall or because it's expensive, or even because it looks incredible, but because it reminded me that you're never done creating. You just have to pick up the next piece and keep going. So, yeah, I built the tallest Lego set ever made, but really, it rebuilt me. And if this is the comeback, you have no idea what's coming next. Because this was only the beginning.